The goal? Extract one person at a time from the MAGA mindset through tough love videos. Hello, my name is Bartholomew, and this is America's Zeitgeist. This is the last video in part 1. Today's title is How to Use the Upcoming Tough Love Extraction videos in part 2. Before we launch part 2, let me briefly recap where we've been. This series isn't about public policy. It's about mindset, our American zeitgeist, seen through the lens of critical thinking and situational awareness skills. The first step in critical thinking is seeking reality. I believe that's precisely where America has veered off course. No nation can survive, let alone thrive, when half of the population is making decisions based on bullshit. At the heart of this decay is a manipulative mindset, a MAGA-fueled alternate reality that rejects facts, glorifies ignorance, and profits from division. These videos were created to confront and dismantle this toxic mindset head on. Let me quickly revisit a few core definitions I used throughout this series. MAGA agenda, chaos, cruelty, and corruption. MAGA mindset, deny, distract, destroy. MAGA propaganda, deny, demonize, and repeat. MAGA methodology, start with bullshit, blame others. MAGA maggots, FOPs, friend of Putin. In my view, the MAGA mindset is the square root of stupid and danger, just like Trump himself. Let's talk about Trump. I see him, 1, as dumber than a box of rocks, the greatest pathological liar of all time. 2, he's the GOAT, the greatest of all times, the greatest pathological liar of all time. And 3, he only cares about himself. And let's be honest, half the time his speech sounds like confused ramblings of either a toddler or an adult suffering from dementia. Now here's something I haven't said before. I divide the MAGA world into 2 camps, supporters and coattail riders. MAGA supporters, these are not necessarily bad people, but when they hear the trigger words like liberty, woke, DEI, liberal, they go into emotional overdrive, like a toddler that hasn't had a nap before dinner. Among this group are gullible bimbos and bubbas who really do not have the mental capacity to reliably grasp reality. The second group is the Fox News loyalists. They're addicted to a nightly freak show of conspiracy theories and manufactured outrage. And the third group, those are the evangelical victims. They're taught to fear, to play the victim, and they feel religiously justified in their hateful outrage. These folks are often too far gone. They lack the critical thinking skills or the moral discipline to self-police. They're not the focus of part 2. So who are we really targeting in part 2? We're targeting what I call MAGA coattail riders. These people do have the training. They do have the intelligence. They do have the situational awareness to know better. And that's the exact focus of the Tough Love extraction videos coming up. This group includes veterans who have abandoned their oath to the Constitution. This group also includes political enablers who have sold out their integrity just to get reelected. Corporate capitalists who worship maximizing shareholder value above the concerns of the country or the U.S. citizens. And the fourth group, of course, dark money and dark profiteers who are raking in obscene amount of power and cash off the MAGA chaos by any means possible. Let's be clear. These coattail riders that I'm talking about, they can make a difference if they choose to stand up. They do have the ability and the responsibility to self-police from within and stop this MAGA movement from devouring what's left of democratic norms. That's the mission of part 2 videos. Despite all the brilliant work of many journalists, professors, and thought leaders presenting facts and truths from many of the books sitting behind me, none of their enlightened efforts have cracked the MAGA shell. So I'm going to take a different tact. I'm going to meet the MAGA where they are, at the edge of chaos, and use every forceful and stinging tactic skill I've experienced from decades of dysfunctional labor management negotiations. Yeah, That was quite an education. I will be blunt and I will be aggressive. But the purpose is extraction and rescue, not revenge. If we can shake just a few MAGA fence sitters back into reality, then it's worth it. Because the truth is, we need each other. America cannot recover unless 2 out of 3 of us agree to live in the same reality, rooted in common sense and common decency. Now we're moving into part 2, tough love. Michelle Obama once said, when they go low, we go high. That's powerful, good advice for normal times. But these are not normal times. We're living in a fractured nation where tens of millions have mentally been hijacked by a cult. Throughout history, authoritarian regimes maintain control through relentless mental intimidation, backed by the threat or the use of indiscriminate force, which is what we're seeing unfold right now in our country. So no, I'm not going to take the high road. In part 2, I'm meeting the MAGA mindset on their own battlefield with blunt force, psychological disruption, and unfiltered truth. These videos won't be fun. They're meant to jolt people awake. They're meant to be used strategically in one-on-one, face-to-face conversations. The goal? Extract one person at a time from the MAGA mindset through tough love videos. Here's how it works. Each video targets a specific MAGA-aligned identity. Veterans, women, Christians, capitalists, rural Americans, and conservatives. You, the non-MAGA viewer, will identify a MAGA-leading friend or family member, someone you care about but haven't been able to talk to. You pick the video that fits them and send them a link. Maybe you also send a link of the part 1 video, 2 wrongs don't make a right. That'll soften the blow just a little bit. Then you meet up, you talk face to face. Lead with this. Tell them, you're not trying to make them more liberal or more conservative. You're not here to change their politics, their values, or their faith. You just want us to agree on what's real and what's bullshit, so you can learn to trust each other again. You play the good cop, and I will play a retired airline pilot and grandpa, the bad cop. And if I end up being labeled America's biggest asshole, that's fine. By the way, I've been called a whole lot worse in many pilot union meetings. And this mission matters a hell of a lot more. That's it for part 1. Thanks for watching. Next up, American Zeitgeist, part 2. Tough love extraction videos. Until then, safe landings, everyone.